we'll keep you guys updated. Sorry we can't take vlogs inside of the hospital. So the best thing we can do is just show you the outside. H-Mom.
Are you kidding me?
Awesome! On February 18th, something pretty wild happened in the 90-day universe. That day, Mary had told the world that she had colon cancer, and she had immediately posted a funding page to help her through this difficult time. Most people did what I did when this was posted, and said, is this real? Most of us questioned if Mary was telling the truth or not, because Mary has a pattern of being crazy.
We got a huge fight because he's sitting next to a girl on the plane.
But she claimed that she had a real colon cancer diagnosis. While most did question if this was real, there were some who did not question her and generously donated. But the day after the funding page was posted, February 19th, Mary and Brandon said, "Hey, we don't actually know if Mary has colon cancer. What had happened is that she had self-diagnosed herself from watching TikTok videos." Yeah, watching TikTok videos. And she was in the process of getting tested for possible colon cancer. If you sounded like me when you read that, you probably went, what? And then just to top it off, on the bottom of that post that they made, they said, "Stop spreading fake news." I made another video about this and the funding page. I will link in the description below. If you need to catch up on all this, I recommend that you watch that video first, because no one was spreading the fake news except Mary. Mary was the one who said she had a colon cancer diagnosis. Mary. And this is when things start to get really shady. When I posted my video about the cancer scam on February 20th, I noticed that day that the funding page was gone. It had been up for like maybe 24 hours, and then poof, nothing, gone. It was labeled as campaign stopped right before that, so either a lot of people reported it and it was being investigated, or Mary just deleted it. I assumed because the funding page was only up for a short period of time and most likely got reported a lot, that everyone who had donated probably got an automatic refund, especially since the page got taken down so fast and people donated under false pretenses. We also saw Mary post on her stories a half-ass apology. She blamed her anxiety and panicking for her saying that she had cancer because she was scared. I could totally see her having a health scare, panicking, thinking she might have colon cancer, but that's not how she phrased anything. It was, "I have cancer. Give me money." She said that she was really having issues with her colon and was getting checked out. She framed it like she was still admitted to the hospital and it was still very serious. Everyone was mad that they lied and took money, but hey, the funding page was taken down and now everyone could get their money back and we could move on with our lives. Forget all about these losers. But then on February 21st, Brandon recorded a story on Mary's Instagram of them leaving the hospital, and things got really weird. Instead of saying, "Oh yay, Mary is just fine, she's okay," Brandon records the story saying, "Here is proof that Mary was sick and in the hospital. Here's the outside of the hospital because they couldn't film inside. Here is Mary's paperwork," which we're going to circle back around and talk about that paperwork in a minute. Mary is just like sitting there, not talking, even though this is her Instagram story. And I watched it confused, wondering, why did they think we need to see proof that she was at the hospital? I never actually even questioned that she wasn't feeling well or was in the hospital. I was just mad that they lied about cancer. But the reasons for this documenting where they were and her hospital visit started to become quite clear. Mary gets home and goes on to post an apology about the funding page. And I thought, great, she's going to say they shut the page down, they gave people their money back, they made a mistake. But instead, I noticed that, people were not in fact getting refunds. Brandon and Mary withdrew the funding money and spent it. And this is when everyone got really mad. I mean, how dare they keep the money after this huge lie? I got messages from people that were very upset about there being no refunds from the funding page. And I mean, of course people are upset. I assumed that there would be refunds if the page was reported and investigated, I guess. They must have just shut down the campaign and immediately withdrew that money. People tried to actually confront Brandon and Mary about the donations, saying, "Hey, People donated because you said you had cancer, not just to help you with your medical bills. They claimed that people did not ask for refunds, and the people that donated were true fans of theirs. And I just kept thinking, if the people that donated were elderly or don't have social media, those people might not even know that this was a scam still now. Brandon and Mary really took advantage of this. And since these two are heartless enough to keep the money even though they blatantly lied, they aren't going to try to get back anything unless it's pried out of their scammy hands. Soon after this, the messages were pouring in, pointing out all these things that made this scam even worse. If you look at Brandon and Mary's hospital bills and their stories, you can see that she doesn't have anything bad come up on her tests. And if you look very closely, she was never actually admitted to the hospital because you can see the word outpatient in the paperwork. There was also a mention of PhilHealth checked on this form. People were saying that this meant that she had free health coverage. I have gotten some conflicting information about the PhilHealth stuff. Some people said you pay for it and it covers nothing, and then some others say it covers most things. If anyone has more insight on that, please comment below. But overall, the point of this video is that they spent the money, and they said that they spent it on medical bills, but that doesn't matter because people donated thinking that this was for colon cancer treatment, not just some medical bills because you diagnosed yourself on TikTok with colon cancer. And then they just tried to go on with life like nothing happened and not refund people. They just kept posting pictures and videos of their kid, and I will not show that baby on here even though they have her on public social media accounts, so she has little emojis over her face. They even start talking about how they're eating things only on the FODMAP. I hope I'm saying that right, FODMAP, which was making me wonder if Mary was crying wolf over colon cancer when she really just had IBS. But then later, Brandon posts him going into town because Mary wants donuts. I don't think that's on the FODMAP. Like, what the heck is happening? As they just acted like nothing was happening and went on with their daily life, vlogging on social media, people are still mad and demanding that they give all of the money back that they took from the donations. And this is snowballing because people are now questioning everything Mary has said on their 90-day season. For instance, Mary claims that her parents abandoned her.
I was 8 months. My parents left me and my brother, so my grandparents are the one who raised us.
She blames a lot of her anxiety and issues on being abandoned.
I still have that feeling that anybody that I will love will leave me.
But I actually had someone send me pictures that Mary's parents are not just gone. The rumor is that they're just in the city working and still see Mary. Mary had made it sound like they just disappeared and she never talks to them. But she has now been proven to be a scammer, and people are digging into her history and trying to find more things that she's lying about. She is a true scammer. And I can't disagree with anyone questioning everything she said now, because if you can go low enough to claim to have cancer, take people's money for the fake cancer, and then not refund the money when people realize that you're lying, you are scum of the earth, and I don't know what you are willing to lie about. The only way to even try to make things better at this point is to first refund all of the money, and then apologize to each person you personally took the money from for misleading them. You can't just post some story blaming anxiety and take the money. That just doesn't work. This reminds me of the Brittany Dawn situation where she did not give refunds for people that paid for personalized workouts from her or personalized meal plans. That went all the way to court and she actually got sued.
Sapa and Shekinah want to remind you to subscribe to the Kiblz channel. If you don't, Sapa will appear and give you an exotic AI-generated dance.
That mother is not real. I currently don't know the status of what the whole refund situation is in this case right now. I heard that some people are actively fighting to try to get refunds for everyone that donated. If there is any information you have that you want me to put out there about this, my Instagram is in the description and I will leave it in the comments below. I am right now trying to collect any information about scams Mary has attempted over the years, if anyone knows anything about that. Apparently, she has lied a lot, and there is something going around about her possibly talking to other guys while she was also talking to Brandon, which is ironic since he couldn't even sit next to a girl on a plane.
Don't look at girls, okay? Like I told you.
Let me know what you think about all of this and if you have any other info, and I will see you in the next video. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye!